At a motorcycle rally in New Mexico tonight, we're learning 2 people have died and 6 others were injured. The shooting happened in the small town of Red River during an annual motorcycle rally that was expected to draw 28,000 bikers for the holiday weekend.
A single photo, a fierce rivalry, and a deadly outcome. In today's story, we uncover how a photograph led to a fatal clash between the Bandidos and Waterdogs, 2 infamous biker gangs. This confrontation turned a festive motorcycle rally in New Mexico into a scene of chaos, leaving 3 dead and several injured. What triggered this violent encounter? Stay tuned to find out. The Bandidos and Waterdogs, 2 well-known biker gangs, have been on the radar of law enforcement for a long time. The Bandidos, with their roots in Texas, are recognized by their distinctive patch, a Mexican bandit wearing a sombrero and carrying a pistol. They're known for their tough image and have chapters spread across the country, as well as internationally. This group isn't new to controversy. They've been involved in various legal issues over the years. On the other side, the Waterdogs, based in New Mexico, are a smaller group but equally tough. They too have had their share of clashes with the law. These 2 gangs, each with their own rules and pride, have a history of not getting along. Their rivalry stems from territorial disputes and differences in ideology. It's this ongoing tension that set the stage for the deadly clash over something as seemingly harmless as a photograph. In the biker world, respect and reputation are everything. So, when members of one gang interact with another, it can be seen as a sign of disrespect. In this case, a photograph that surfaced from Albuquerque was enough to spark anger and lead to a deadly encounter. Both gangs, with their strong identities and histories of conflict, found themselves at a point where a small spark turned into a full-blown confrontation. This was not just a fight between individuals, it was a clash of pride and reputation between 2 fierce rivals. The Red River Memorial Day Motorcycle Rally, a key event in New Mexico, annually transforms the town into a hub for bikers. It's a weekend where the air is filled with the roar of engines and the spirit of freedom. Families, friends, and motorcycle enthusiasts gather to celebrate their love for bikes, music, and camaraderie. But in 2023, this joyful atmosphere was overshadowed by brewing tension. Under the festive veneer, a dangerous mix was simmering. State police, aware of potential risks, had increased their presence, preparing for the influx of the Bandidos, a group known for their rough reputation. As many as 28,000 bikers were expected, and among them were the Bandidos, with an estimated 400 to 500 members riding in from Texas. This gathering of motorcycle enthusiasts from all walks of life was supposed to be about unity and celebration. Instead, it became the backdrop for a deep-seated rivalry. This year's rally was different. The streets that were usually filled with laughter and music witnessed a shift in mood. Members of the Bandidos and Waterdogs were in close proximity, an uneasy tension building between them. Little did the attendees know that this gathering would soon turn into a scene of chaos and tragedy. As the rally continued, the festive atmosphere slowly turned tense. The presence of rival gangs in such close quarters was like a lit fuse waiting to ignite. The police were on high alert, but the scale of the event made it challenging to foresee every possible confrontation. This was not just another rally. It was a ticking time bomb of rivalries and egos set against the backdrop of a supposedly peaceful gathering. The conflict between the Bandidos and Waterdogs started over something surprisingly small, a photograph. This picture, taken in Albuquerque, showed members of one gang posing with another. In the biker world, this can be a big deal. It's about respect and territory. The Bandidos, known for their strong presence in Texas, felt disrespected. The New Mexico-based Waterdogs saw it as a challenge to their turf. The tension between these 2 groups wasn't new. Both gangs had a history of defending their honor and territory fiercely. The photograph was just the latest spark in a long-standing rivalry. When members of both gangs met again at the Red River Memorial Day Motorcycle Rally, the situation was already heated. Words were exchanged, and what started as a verbal confrontation quickly escalated. In the world of outlaw biker gangs, disputes can turn physical fast. The argument over the photograph became a fight, and soon, punches were thrown. The situation spiraled out of control. In a matter of moments, the dispute turned into a full-blown brawl. This fight wasn't just about a photograph anymore. It was about pride, respect, and showing strength. As tempers flared, the situation got worse. Soon it wasn't just fists flying. Shots were fired. This incident shows how quickly things can escalate in the volatile world of biker gangs, where even a simple photograph can lead to tragedy. The shootout's toll was heavy and heartbreaking. Among the dead were 2 Bandidos members, Anthony Silva, 26, and Damian Bro, 46, and a Waterdogs member, Randy Sanchez, 46. Their deaths marked a grim reminder of the dangerous life within these gangs. In the chaos, several others were wounded. One of them, Jacob Castillo from the Waterdogs, faced a murder charge. He was injured in the incident and remained in hospital care. Matthew Jackson and Christopher Garcia, both Bandidos members, were also among the wounded. They faced charges unrelated to the shooting. Jackson was arrested for carrying a firearm in a liquor establishment, and Garcia for possessing cocaine. After receiving medical attention, they were booked into the Taos County Detention Center. 4 other individuals, aged between 31 and 53, suffered injuries in the conflict. Their conditions and identities were kept confidential unless they were charged with a crime. This decision reflected the ongoing investigation and the complex nature of biker gang violence. The aftermath of the shootout was not just a matter of law enforcement. It affected the entire community of Red River. The annual rally, usually a peaceful event, was overshadowed by this tragic violence. It disrupted the lives of residents and visitors alike, leaving a lasting impact on the town's image and safety. This incident was a stark reminder of how deep-rooted rivalries and disputes in the biker world can escalate into life-altering consequences. The response from law enforcement to the shootout was swift and firm. After the tragic incident, the New Mexico State Police, along with other agencies, took immediate action. They declared a zero-tolerance policy. This meant even minor offenses, like jaywalking, could lead to an arrest. Their goal was clear: to prevent any more violence and ensure the safety of everyone in Red River. The impact of the shooting went beyond the biker community. It affected families, tourists, and local businesses. Red River, known for its peaceful and festive atmosphere, especially during the Memorial Day weekend, was suddenly cast in a different light. The town, filled with visitors looking forward to a relaxing holiday, found itself in the midst of a violent clash. This wasn't just a clash between 2 rival gangs, it disrupted the peace and safety of an entire community. Local hospitals where the injured were treated had to be locked down. This was a precautionary measure. Law enforcement was aware that friends of the injured gang members might come to the hospital, potentially leading to further conflicts or disturbances. They wanted to ensure that such a situation was avoided at all costs. Red River Mayor Linda Calhoun and the local authorities faced a tough decision. They recommended that most businesses in the town remain closed for the rest of the holiday weekend. This decision was not easy, considering the economic impact on the town heavily reliant on tourism. However, the safety of the citizens and visitors was their top priority. The aftermath of the shooting was a somber reminder of how quickly situations can escalate. It showed the challenges faced by law enforcement and local authorities in managing such unexpected and violent events. The community of Red River, usually vibrant and full of life, was now shadowed by a sense of caution and concern. That's the story of how a simple photo led to a deadly confrontation between the Bandidos and Waterdogs. It's a grim reminder of how small disputes can escalate into tragedy. If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into such compelling events. Check out the links in the description for more details on this incident and similar stories. Stay safe and stay informed. Stay informed.